Welcome back, welcome aboard, or all aboard to How Not to Game with Callie Jack, and this is Maximum Chaos Gaming, where we're going to see just how much in the Devil's Towers 1969 map we can go with Maximum Chaos. One thing I do need to point out is I probably should rename the company, but first we need to get coal over to that new iron plant so that he can make steel to take and get to the car factory at Crisis Lots Motors. And again, I will take any and all suggestions for company names in the comments. If it's already been named, you'll be notified. Somebody else came up with a name in between or in a later episode. This is episode 7, and this is, again, like I said, Devil's Towers 1969 Maximum Chaos game. This will post mostly on Saturdays. This is the opening sessions. We're going on Friday and Saturday this week just to take and introduce you to what happens when you decide every line train gets its own dedicated line and every bloody junction has to be chaotic. And the name of the company will be Calico's Chaotic Cartage when I go to rename. But first, let's get that coal going. And it does have its contract with a separate coal mine. And one thing we do need to think about is we need to take and remind ourselves that this is a hole on the ground for right now until somebody comes up with a better name. I really got to clean my keyboard. Really got to clean my keyboard and find out what's underneath the backspace. That every time it jiggles, it goes backwards. There we go. Now that should tell us if we close and then reopen the iron mine, steel mine. Yeah. Okay, so where's this coal mine at? Well, it's over right in Paulingfield. Oh, this is going to be cool. The cool part is we won't have to do much, just one little road section and a bus stop, or we can even bus stop right there and extend the road forward, which I think we're going to do because, one, that will create chaos, and that's what we're after in this game is more chaos, not less. So do that, put a bus stop right there, and we need to take and come up with a name for this. And for right now, this is In the Way Carbons. In the Way Carbons digs. He goes just to rust proof, so we don't have to worry about anything else. Now, what do we want to do to take and get over to here? Well, going through this sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Well, only if you're me. How do we want to do that? Come down here, cut through. I mean, I've got some spots. I got a spot right there. And then I could do a shift over to here. But it wouldn't let me get under. We could extend this bridge a little bit further. All sorts of things we can do to take and make this more chaotic looking than we can dream. Ooh, we could do a tunnel. No, it won't let us. There's not enough space. Darn. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Well, we'd have to take and extend straight on out and then come over this way through here somewhere. Do a dig to here, bridge over, another bridge over. Oh, this is the beginning to come together. Let's start laying this out. So we're going to close out the specials. And we need to lay that first section of line. Again, this here is our feeder line from the depot, so it's a depot feeder. And I really don't need to worry as much. So that's going to be our connection point. Whoops, take out that signal. We don't need signals there. There we go. And then if we do a stone bridge like that, and then I think this all lines up, doesn't it? Yes, so as long as we do a build up here, we can do another stone bridge right here across those. Now we need to turn into here somewhere. And we're going to need to do some slope work. And we're going to cut back so that we can do some digs down the road. So we're going to do a stone bridge here like that. Nice hard sharp turn because we can. And then how to get across up in here? Well, let's do a stone bridge path here. We'll do one of those weird horseshoes into a tunnel. Oh yeah, we're liking this. Got to do a concrete span. Not there. Shift it one. Again, I don't mind any weird curves in this game. Or hard turns. Now I could just bridge and then bridge again. But what's the fun in that? We're after maximum chaos. So if we're gonna dig down, do our line something like this, put the right sloping in here, do a dig down on this side, that's just so I can see here for a moment. All right, need a slope up and a slope up to get up to here, and a turn in here somewhere. There we go. Not making money, not going up, but we are holding steady. So this is still so far working. We haven't really gotten to the chaos point yet that creates no game passable or no pathways possible. This guy is going to have to be served somehow or another. That'll let us take a line up to there. Ooh, nice. Okay, connect him there. We're going to do a dig here, do another tunnel. Give him a good run out after the tunnel before he takes and goes in. Do that tunnel slopage there. So we have the tunnel face. There we go. Again, grab at the mouth of the tunnel should get us connected in, right? And then this is our facility that we're going to be bringing our coal out of. All right, so we've got him, and we can dispatch from here. So let's go ahead and put in our stations. This is a production station for in-the-way carbon digs. And we've already got an inbound station over here for this guy. We just need to speed up the rail to indicate that this is no longer just a dispatch line. And he's going to go to this one. Matter of fact, if we come to this, go to this yard, shift over a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Look at our connections for each yard. The ore hauler goes to which spot? That spot. So going to this spot, we need to take him to, yeah, this spot here. That's a good spot. And that does mean that we need signals here, 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 and here, because we're using a little bit of a throat, a common throat, even though that's against my rules because of the power lines we're doing it. Besides, it'll cause more slowdowns, more chaos, more traffic jams. And traffic jams is part of the game when you're playing Max Chaos. All right, knowing where we're at, it's time to go get ourselves a train. Close out those two bars so we're not looking at them as much. We need to take a look at them the right way. Let's park our car over here. Which sort of train engines do we have? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this guy, the 140. He was only 1840 because he's mostly downhill for most of his run. And I don't care that he's going to go slower than track speed. Again, we're not caring about a lot of stuff because these are things that are much more chaotic. And we're going to call this the Rusty Way block for now. Ore hauler. Collier. It's a collier. We can close that window now, close this window now that this is scheduled, and launch him out. But he can't find a route. Why can't he find a route? Well, we hadn't finished hooking up this stretch. So let's get this over to here. Now we need to do some slopage work. Now we should have an ability to launch him. He launched. He found a good valid route. And in reality, we don't want those signals there. We want them here. Back them out a ways. There will be a few spots where I'm not going to take and do total chaos right there, but cause the chaos elsewhere on the map. Not everything can be a Malafield knot. All right. Looking at things, what else do we need to take and hook in? What industries are we not serving? So again, serve by, go to none, and we got to get to the car shop. So where is that car shop? The car shop is in Rendon. It is, so that's a quick, easy hit. But how can we mess that up? Well, there's a simple way. We'll change where the steel's going to. So we're going to make this our output. Oops. Yeah, control, not shift, dude. Watch which key you're stepping on. Now we do have to take and target this, so I need to come in here, find that steel coiler, open him up, change his schedule. So at crisis lots, he's going to go, crisis lots, he's going to this one now. There we go. Now, because we now have a way to make this massively messed up, we have to have a way to get over to here. And to jam up the town a little bit, we've got to take and do it this way. Bring him over. Launch a bridge over. do a tunnel through that. Yes. Waste of money, totally. But at the same time, this is how not to game. Now we got to get a dispatch line over here. Where's the nearest dispatch lines? Well, hey, we have dispatch lines that come from over here. In fact, we got one right here. Let's go ahead and have some more fun. So again, part of this is we don't really care as much about the towns as we would if we were really gaming. Do a bridge across, go back to the ground rail, bring him down this way. Do another bridge up and over. No, a tunnel. That's a tunnel. That's a perfect spot for a tunnel. Get that slope in, throw that tunnel underground. Connect these boys up. Get him over here, and there we go. We now have a way to dispatch to him, and we can take and throw that guy down so that we know that, hey, he's going to stop there when he's dispatching. This is beginning to look like chaos, and we love chaos. That's why this is the Max Chaos Sessions. And this is episode 7, just in case you forgot, or I forgot. Probably me forgetting. We're at the 17-minute mark, man. We got to hustle. We got to get that train to take and do the cars. So it's time to take and do a train car. And we're just going to do him with the old standard diesels. Companion cars, nice. There we go. That's 5 tiles worth of train. That's what we need. And he's going to dispatch from there and go right into here, which is going to have to be a 5 receive. It is perfect. In order to get back to this dispatch, put him there. 100% that load, and this is crisis dealt with. Those are autoracks. The autoracker. Oh, he can't find a path. Where's the brake? Where's the brake? Where's the brake? Rotate. Is it there? No. Right there. See it? You see it? Just to the right and up of my thing. See that red thing? That's a barricade. Says we did not connect into that tunnel correctly, so we need to come in here and make certain that the tunnel's connected into. Probably should have tunneled through this as well instead of doing this up down. And down the road, I think I'll throw a bridge across that just to take and block it. All right, 1923 launch. He is launched. We got our auto rack going. Hey, this is getting to be fun, ain't it? Welcome to Maximum Chaos, and it's time to start doing some weird bus routes, like some express buses on dedicated roads that are only for them. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. I don't know if you can have a better day than I'm having, because I'm in chaos mode with Maximum Chaos on the Devil's Tower 1969 map. Oh, there was one other thing we said we were going to do, wasn't there? Yes, indeed, and we must do it. We must go through and find those signs, and we are are now Cali Chaos, Cartage, Dispatch Yard, and that's what we'll call ourselves. In fact, we'll even do it one more step, and I'll name the others offline so that all the other 21 SNSs have been removed. We will now be Calico Chaotic, Cartage, and have a great day.